The video a while ago was about solutions. But what are solutions anyway? So let's have a simple recall of the video a while ago. So for the content of this PowerPoint, we have the parts of solution and the types of solution, the factors affecting solubility, and the ways of expressing solubility. So what is a solution? We have defined solution as a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Meaning to say, again, solution is an example of a mixture, but it is not heterogeneous mixture. It is homogeneous mixture made by combining two or more substances. Another one, it consists of single phase, meaning to say, if you're gonna look at it, you cannot tell which is which. You cannot tell which part is the substance and so on. So let's have examples. In the first example, we have the coffee. So you cannot tell which is the coffee powder, which is the water, because it is already well mixed or well combined. So it is a single phase. Another one, so juice. So you cannot tell which is the juice powder, which is water. But then again, if our example is, let's say for example, it's lemon juice, but there are pieces of fruit or pulp, so it is not homogeneous mixture. It is already heterogeneous mixture. Now, what are the parts of solution? First, we have the solute, wherein we defined solute as the substance present in smaller amount and the substance being dissolved. So for example, we have there coffee again as an example. So we have the coffee, we have the water. So there the coffee is smaller in amount. The coffee powder is smaller in amount. Therefore, coffee powder is the solute. Okay, so the coffee powder is the one being dissolved. So another example in the coffee and water, the sugar there is also an example of solute because it is smaller in amount. Next, what is a solvent? So a solvent is the substance present in larger amount. So substance doing the dissolving. So in our example a while ago, we have coffee as a solution. So the coffee powder there and the sugar serves as the solute because they are lesser in amount. And water there is present in larger amount. So therefore, the water is the solvent because it does the dissolving. So let us now discuss the different types of solutions. We have three. We have the solid solution, the liquid solution, and lastly, the gaseous solution. So let's have the sample table on how we're going to determine the type of solution. So I have here a table. So there are 4 columns. The solution column, the solute, the solvent, and the type of solution. So we have here the examples of solution like air and carbonated drinks. So for the solute of air, of course, oxygen gas is smaller in amount compared to the nitrogen gas. Therefore, oxygen gas is the solute and nitrogen gas is the solvent. Now, the type of solution will be gaseous. So, why gaseous? Remember that the type of solution depends upon the state of matter of the solvent. So, since that the nitrogen gas there is the solvent and it is gas in state, therefore, the type of solution is gaseous. Another example, carbonated drinks like soda, Coca-Cola, Royal, etc. So, the solute there is the carbon dioxide gas because it is lesser in amount and the solvent is water. because it is greater in amount. Therefore, what will be the type of solution? The type of solution will be liquid because water is the solvent and the state of matter of water is liquid. So let's have another example. We have syrup, we have the seawater, and we have the silver amalgam. So what is silver amalgam? It is the one used by dentists to fill your tooth, or in Tagalog, pag pinastahan ka. Okay, so let's have syrup first. So what will be the solute? When we combine, of course, sugar and water, we can make syrup. So therefore, which is smaller in amount? It is the sugar. And for the solvent, it will be the water. So what will be the type of solution? Since the solvent is water, the state of matter of the solvent, which is water, is liquid. Therefore, the type of solution is liquid. Another one, seawater. What will be our solute? Salt. The solvent, water. So what is the state of matter of water? So it is liquid. Therefore, the type of solution is liquid. For the silver amalgam, it is a combination of mercury, an element, and silver, which is also an element. Now, mercury there is always in smaller amount because it could harm us if it's larger in amount. Therefore, the solute there is the mercury, and the solvent will be the silver. Now, what is the state of matter of the silver? So the silver there is solid. That's why the type of solution will be solid also. Now, what are the factors affecting the rate of solubility? So there in the video a while ago, we have the particle size, stirring, the nature of the solute and the solvent, and the temperature. Of course, with the particle size, the larger the substance is you're going to dissolve, it is much harder to dissolve compared to the smaller substance. Again, the smaller the substance is, the easier for it dissolve, but the greater or the larger the substance is, it is harder for you to dissolve it. Next, we have stirring. The more you stir the mixture, the more that you will dissolve the substances. If there is no stirring, it will be harder for the substance to dissolve. Next, we have the nature of solute and solvent. So it depends upon the situation. Maybe there are things that are miscible or immiscible. So when we combine, let's say for example, oil and water, so they will not be dissolved because they are immiscible. But if they are miscible, meaning to say you can combine them. Okay? And then temperature, of course, the higher the temperature of the substance of the mixture, it will be easier for the substances to dissolve. Just like when you are cooking and you put, let's say for example, sinigang mix, it will be easier for you to dissolve the sinigang mix in the mixture or in the solution if there is temperature. Or the higher the temperature, the higher the possibility of the substance to dissolve. So now, let's move on to the types of concentration. So we have the concentrated solution and we also have the dilute solution. So what's the difference between the two? So for the concentrated solution, it contains a relatively large amount of dissolved solute. However, for dilute solution, it is a solution that contains a relatively small amount of dissolved solute. So what's the meaning of that? So for concentrated solution, let's have an example, sinigang. So in Tagalog, kapag nagluto ka ng sinigang at super asim ng sinigang nung tinikman mo. So that is concentrated solution because you applied lots of solute, which is the sinigang mix. However, for dilute solution, in Tagalog, nagluto ka ng sinigang but the taste is very matabang. Okay, kulang na kulang yung asim ng sinigang. So that is what we call dilute solution. So the solution contains a relatively small amount of solute. So konting-konti lang yung niligay na sinigang mix doon. Let us now discuss percent by mass. Concentration expressed by percent by mass is a ratio of a measured amount of solute to a measured amount of solution. So here we have the formula. Percent by mass is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100. How are you going to get the mass of solution? So the formula for the mass of solution, you just need to get mass of solute plus mass of the solvent. So now let's have example problems. Okay, first problem. What is the mass percentage of a solution made by dissolving 4 grams of sodium chloride in 100 grams water? First, we should determine the given. There we have the 4 grams sodium and 100 grams water. So which is the solute and which is the solvent? So as you can see, the solute there is the sodium chloride and the solvent there is the water. So given mass of solute is 4 grams and the mass of the solvent, which is the water, is 100 grams. Now what is the mass of solution? Going back to the formula, the mass of solution is the mass of solute plus the mass of the solvent. So we need to add 4 plus 100. So the mass of solution is 104 grams. Now, what is asked or required? It is the percent by mass. And what formula are we gonna use? So it's percent by mass is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100%. For the solution, we have the formula percent by mass is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100. So we need to substitute the mass of solute and the mass of solution. So there, the mass of solute is 4 grams and the mass of the solution, meaning to say the mass of the solution is the total of the mass of solute plus the mass of the solvent, which is 104 grams times 100. Now, so 4 divided by 104 is 0.0384 and you need to multiply it to 100. So the percent by mass is 3.84. That's the final answer. Next, number 2. Dimercaprol, a compound used as an antidote for mercury or as arsenic poisoning, is prepared by mixing 100 grams of dimercaprol with 700 grams of peanut oil. What is the percentage by mass of dimercaprol in this solution? So we have the given 100 grams and 700 grams, and which is smaller in amount. Of course, it's the 100 grams, so that will be the solute. And the 700 grams, since it's larger in amount, that will be the solvent. Now, so given the mass of the solute is 100 grams, which is the dimercaprol. And for the mass of the solvent, which is the peanut oil, is equal to 700 grams, therefore it is the solvent because it's much larger. And for the mass of solution, we just need to add 100 grams plus 700 grams. So it is 800 grams. Now, what is asked? The percent by mass. And what will be the formula? Again, percent by mass is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100%. For the solution, we have the formula again. Percent by mass is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solution times 100. So we need to substitute the mass of solute, which is 100 grams, and the mass of solution, 800 grams times 100. So it will be 100 grams divided by 800 grams. So that's 0.125, and then we need to multiply it to 100. So the percent by mass is 12.5%, and that's the final answer. Percent by volume. It usually describes solutions in which both solute and solvents are liquid. So for the formula, percent by volume is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100. And then for the formula of the volume of solution, we need to combine or add the volume of solute plus the volume of the solvent. Example number 1. An antifreeze is a substance added to a liquid to lower its freezing point. If 4 liters of antifreeze is added enough to water to make 12 liters of solution, what is the percentage by volume of the solution? So we have here two given. We have 4 liters of antifreeze and 12 liters of solution. So the given will be the volume of solute, which is the antifreeze, and that is 4 liters, and the volume of the solution, 12 liters. So the volume of the solvent was not given, but it's okay. So what is asked or required? It's the percentage or percent by volume, and the formula will be percent by volume is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100. Solution, percent by volume, the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100. So you just need to substitute 4 liters divided by 12 times 100. So the answer will be 0.33 times 100%. So the final answer will be 33.33. Problem number 2. A solution of ethyl alcohol is prepared by combining 30 liters of ethyl alcohol with 80 liters of water. What is the percentage by volume of alcohol in the solution? So given that we have the volume of solute, which is the ethyl alcohol, and that's 30 liters, we have the volume of water, and that is the volume of the solvent, which is 80 liters. The volume of solution is equal to, of course, we need to add the volume of solute and the volume of the solvent. So it's 30 plus 80 liters, 110 liters. So what is asked or what is required? The percent by volume. And for the formula, its percent by volume is equal to the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100%. Solution, percent by volume is equal to the volume of solute divided by volume of solution times 100%. So substitute the volume of solute, which is 30 liters, and substitute the volume of solution, which is 110 liters, times 100. And then 30 divided by 110 is 0.2727, and then multiply it to 100, and the answer will be 27.27%, and that is the final answer.